check me, boo.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now before we begin, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see that every time that I post. If you like the content, give this video a thumbs up, and anything you would like to add, feel free to do so down below in the comment section. So we're back for episode 3 of The Society. It was a hot mess, but let's talk about it, okay? Cassie called a meeting at the church for all of the girls, because remember the night before, honey, they were plundering in the streets. They was taking whatever, however, whenever. So Cassie was like, okay, we're gonna have to get in control on things before these guys start doing whatever they want, like raping people. Now, I was proud of my girl Kelly, honey. She put a little bass in her voice, and she told one girl to show her face, honey, because she was smiling just because some boy didn't like you. And I was like, girl, shut up. Like, she out here trying to save your life, potentially, and you worry about the wrong thing. You trying to make it seem minuscule, like this isn't an issue that could potentially happen. Shut up. So, side note, I did forget to mention at the end of the last recap that eclipse that happened, it was not scheduled to happen on that day that it happened. So they're trying to figure out now, like, are they in like a parallel universe or something like that? Anyway, so the girls are trying to come up with something in order to rein the guys in to like be on their side so that they can live civilly as much as possible without things like this happening. Now, Miss Kelly goes to Cassie and she's like, oh, I think we should still have prom. She said by them having prom, it'll still remind everybody, basically, you know, that like they're friends, they grew up together, they're like a mini community, the South Society. They're a mini society, a mini community now. So she's hoping that'll bring everybody back together. And I was like, look at Kelly being like a mini like VP, right? I was like, okay, vote for Kelly. She got my vote. Okay. So most of the girls use the tactic of, if you come on my side, you can get some booty. If you don't come on the side, I'm not putting out, you're not getting none. I was like, well, okay, it worked. I mean, you know, power of the, y'all know. I was like, okay, do what you gotta do to get the boys. So, you know, they discuss it, and the guys are like, okay, you know, we're on board with the plan. So we gather in the church again. This time it is everyone. And of course, my two favorite people to hate was lurking in the back, Kimball and Harry, honey. They was like, oh, the seats are almost full. I was like, get up there and sit down and hush. So Cassie gets up there and Cassie says, okay, we're going to share food, electricity, houses. Everybody around here is going to start pulling their own weight. They're going to have jobs. We're going to make this community thrive as much as possible. There will be a committee to hopefully research how they got there and potentially find an answer to how to get back home. There will also be a committee that is more based on new ideas as far as them voting on how their little town should run. So she said, this is kind of like what we have to do. So she asked for a vote, all in favor. You know, people was reluctant here and there, and she basically told them, she was like, this can't work if everybody doesn't agree. So everybody raised their hand, including those two idiots, Harry and Kimball. And I was like, okay, yay, we've made some progress. When this meeting was adjourned, I don't know what Cassie was thinking when she asked Harry to join the committee. She said she wanted his input on ideas. I was like, girl, leave that boy where he at, because I don't want to hear nothing Harry got to say. And I know don't nobody, well, Campbell might want to hear what he has to say, and Harry might want to hear what he has to say, but we're not worried about them. So it don't really matter. He don't need to be on nobody committee. Just give him a job to do around town, honey, and leave it at that. And Cassie also decided she was gonna let Mr. I'll sneak into your house in the middle of the night and take your panties out your panty drawer, Gordy, take her to prom. I was like, girl, don't do that. Don't. That is a huge mistake. Do not let that boy take you to prom. So it's about to be some smoke in the city, right? Okay, Gordy has figured out how to come up with a system for everybody's jobs and how they rotate, yada, 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 right? Allie goes to look at her job, what she's doing for the day. She's in the kitchen, and she sees that the names at the bottom of who are in the committee include her sister, Will, and Kelly. Allie goes home to Cassie and threw a tantrum. She was like, how come you didn't ask me to be on the committee? Why did you pick Kelly instead? I'm always here for you, but you're never here for me. I'm your ride or die, but I guess you not my ride or die. I was like, girl, this ain't even that serious. But Cassie was just like, I didn't think it was your thing. And I was thinking to myself too, I was like, I don't think it's your thing either, Allie, because look at the way you handling being not being on the committee right now. So you think if you was on the committee and things didn't go your way that you would just handle them in a rational way? No. And like I said, to make matters worse, she's got kitchen duty in the cafeteria with Will, honey, who think he out here Gordon Ramsay, and Kelly. I was like, ooh, child, she gonna stab one of them in the kitchen, but, you know, she didn't. And then you got Harry out here. Like I said, they said they're gonna start sharing houses. People are moving into Harry's house, and Harry is about to lose his freaking mind. Back at the church, Sam and Juno, because I still don't know this girl's name. Y'all know the one who's pregnant now, right? They're at the church, and we found out that Sam is gay. Sam is saying, though, his dad I think he was talking about his dad. His dad told him that it was okay for him to be gay as long as he didn't act on it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So he was like, it doesn't even really matter anyways, because there's no one there in town that he's interested in. I was like, well, that kind of sucks. And he's kind of thinking about the fact it's just that for however long this will go on, he won't find true love potentially like everyone else is. He's like, and I'm sure there's someone here else that is gay, but they're suppressing it. He also asked Miss Soon to be somebody's mom to prom, but she was talking about she didn't want to go, but he did convince her to go to prom with him. So I was like, oh, I have a theory. My theory is she is going to tell Sam, which we're going to find out later if she does, but she's going to tell Sam that she's pregnant. Sam is going to take on responsibility as the child's father. I think that's how that's going to end up working out. Miss Crybaby Allie is running around here, honey, and she sees Harry. So she does say something decent. She's realizing that the fact of how ungrateful she was when her parents were around, and specifically her mother. She's saying, my mom cooked for us and cleaned and everything, and we didn't even notice, that she was doing all of these things for us. I was like, about time you realize something, honey. Back at the kitchen, Will and Kelly, they don't know what the relationship is, but Will is slyly asking Kelly, can I borrow a blazer? She's like, oh, you want to borrow a blazer to go to prom? He's like, yeah. So he asked her, she agrees, kinda. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna go to prom together. I also wonder, I was like, okay, is Harry gonna ask Allie to prom? I was like, or is Allie not gonna go when she finds out that Will and Kelly are going together? I was like, is this gonna be a tipping point for Allie when she finds out that Will and Kelly are going together, and that's just like, she gonna be, girl, So, can somebody please save my girl Elle from the claws of Campbell, please? Campbell takes Elle some type of gift in a box, and at first I didn't know what it was, but it was actually her prom dress, the dress she wore to prom. But he was like, oh, I can't wait to take it off you. I was like, somebody come save her from him, please. He is disgusting. Somebody please come get her. So I was like, you barely, I thought it was gonna be a corsage, but like, you barely asked her to prom. You was just like, oh, this what you gonna wear to prom? I can't wait to take it off you. Also, I was like, watch they try to use this as like a redemption story for Campbell. Ella's gonna make him a better person, and he's gonna have a change of heart, and he's gonna have new ways of thinking. Also in the cafeteria, because Harry thinks he's above everything, he's trying to bribe some kid into taking his his work duty, and I'm just like, he tells Campbell, he's like, this is so humiliating. I'm like, yeah, because you're the only one working in the cafeteria. You're the only one working around this town. There's nobody else out here working with a job. It's not like everybody else is pitching in work and doing the exact same thing that you are. Catch it. So in the midst of Kelly looking for a blazer to give Will, She finds one of her dad's blazers. She starts to reminisce. She puts it on, right? Well, she reaches in the pockets and she finds something, right? Well, she calls over Harry. She tells Harry. Now, remember, Harry had found condoms in the medicine cabinet at his house, right? From his mom. Kelly tells Harry, your mom and my dad were sleeping together. Harry was like, no, I don't believe this, whatever. Kelly said, bet, all right. Kelly asked Harry for the password to his mom's computer. She put that password in, pulled up them texts, and boom, there was the receipts. I'ma see you at the hotel. I can't wait to see you. You know, all the little text messages. So they was cheating, and I was like, wow. Wow. So Harry's like, why are you doing this? He's basically more worried about the fact that their parents' relationship would affect his and Kelly's relationship. And Kelly was like, what relationship? Get up at my face because I don't want you. I was like, ooh. Well, Harry, move. He's like, why are you doing this to me? Now, Doc McStuffins, Gordy is still running around out here, honey. He's realizing that he doesn't know everything about Cassie. You can't just look at a person and tell what they like. And I was like, oh, this man is going to be a serial killer. Like, I see the traits. Somebody else need to catch these red flags. I'm telling you. Anyways, he's realizing that he doesn't know anything about Cassie. So the girl who's gonna DJ, I wish she wouldn't have done this, but she told Gordy, like, oh, Cassie likes you. I was like, you don't know if Cassie like him like that. Don't do that. And then she had the nerve to pump his head up to think that he was gonna get some after prom, and I was like, do not do that. Ma'am, you can't be giving consent for somebody else. So we've come to the night of prom. The girls are getting ready for prom, right? Helena is delusional. The girl that was doing her hair, she was like, I wasn't even gonna go to prom with Clark, I believe is who she said. She's like, I wasn't even gonna go to prom with him. I was gonna go with some other guy that she liked. And she asked Helena, she was like, were you gonna go with Luke? And Helena's all, yes, I was gonna go with Luke. Yes, I'm in love with him. I was gonna be in, she was like, if she went off to college, she knew that her and Luke were still gonna be together and that Luke was the one for her. And she was so madly in love with him and he's so madly in love with her. And I was like, no, ma'am, because Luke was out there once again in the woods. He was out there flirting with Emily. Luke is a cheater. You just don't know it yet. I was like, girl, you need to come up out the clouds because no, ma'am, it's not what you think it is. And I was like, you better hope he's not interested in anybody else, honey, because so let's discuss this god awful scene, right? Because I was pissed after I watched it, right? Okay. Okay. So the guys are playing golf at Harry's house while, you know, everybody else is getting ready for prom, right? And they're still talking about the fact that, you know, the girls are saying they're not going to put out if they don't, you know, follow the rules and all of that, right? There's one black guy there. They make a note to call his name. It was Tyler. Mind you, there are no main black characters, right? Okay. Keep that in mind, right? They make a note to call his name. His name is Tyler. They proceed to have a conversation about the fact that Cassie is uptight, and all she needs is to be oh Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. All she needs is to be penetrated. And, you know, she would basically come up off of her high horse. And then they get to talking about, like, basically doing the most to her, especially Harry. And they said something about her choking on it. And, choking on some peen. And, Harry's like, Harry basically insinuated killing, Cassandra. So this goes back to the beginning of the episode where she was saying, like, we need to do something before these guys start thinking they can just, like, take whatever, you know, it is that they want. I just want to point out the fact that this whole show is centered around just mainly white people. And there are no black main characters, but for this conversation of a group of boys talking about raping a girl, you made sure you put a black man in that setting. Why? You should have left him out the way you've been leaving him out for the rest of it. Or was it because you didn't want them to look bad? At least there was one in there, so, you know, it's not that bad. I caught it. I hope y'all did. I caught it. Anyways, so, after Harry said what he said about, like, potentially killing Cassie, the guys were kind of like, whoa, whoa. And then one of the girls walked up. She's like, oh, hey, what are you guys talking about? And her boyfriend's like, oh, nothing, just the usual. And this plays into what I call frat boy culture, because, oh, child, let me not get on my soapbox about them. Guys let their guy friends who do things like rape females get away with everything scot-free, like it's okay. So Harry just said a mouthful, and everybody's like, oh, we're just gonna brush it off like it was nothing. Or even if he does do it, we're just still gonna brush it off like it's nothing. Really? That's what we're doing? Seriously? Okay. Anyways, we make it to prom now. Everybody's having a good time. Almost everybody. Everybody's having a good time. And Kelly shows up with a blazer for Will, right? She shows up with a blazer for Will and she gives it to him and he puts it on. But then she's about to tell Will that she's not feeling it because she's still, you know, kind of like down in the dumps about finding out that her dad was cheating on her mom. So she was getting ready to leave, but some girl came outside and snatched her inside. So Will went on in behind them. And of course, Harry is looking at Will crazy because he's like, oh, you know, you and Kelly came together to prom. During this setting as well, Cassie and Gordy are getting to know each other, which I still think is a bad idea. But they're getting to know each other. You know, she's telling him things about herself, and he's telling her things about himself. I'm like, okay. Oh, rewind. Okay. Harry might have burned Allie. So Allie went to the bathroom while Cassie was getting ready for prom, and she was telling her, she's like, I think you know, it burns when I pee. I was like, so Cassie was trying to brush off at first. She was like, well, you might have a UTI. She's like, but who have you been sleeping with? And we all know the answer to that. And Cassie was real smart. She was like, I hope at least he's taking you to prom. I was like, right, since he gave you this UTI, which might be an STI. But we all know that Harry never asked Allie to prom. So I was like, don't you look stupid. I was like, he just slept with you to get his mind off of Kelly. You back at prom, Grizz tells his jock friends, you know, that's what I called him in the beginning. He tells all his jock friends, he was like, I was planning on leaving and never seeing y'all again. And oh, they feelings was hurt. They was like, oh, because you know he's been drinking. They was like, oh, is he serious? I'm like, yeah, because a lot of people want to escape what normally a lot of people want to escape like their small towns when they are able to leave, whether it be through college, through the military, whatever. They want to get away. I was like, yes, he didn't want to see none of y'all again. I was like, and I get it because all of y'all are idiots. That's why. Kelly told Will, she said, okay, don't get your hopes up because we're just here as friends. And just staying with them for a second. Later on, he asked her, he was like, why did you even come if you were going to make me suffer all night? And the only thing I could think when he said that, I was like, please don't let please don't let Will be playing the good guy trope where you're only being a good guy in order to get what you want. I was like, please don't let him fall into that role. I don't want to see him fall into that. I like Will. Let Will be an actual nice guy. Or not even a nice guy, just a decent human being. Just let Will be a decent human being and we will be okay. So, Sam gave Juno a rum and coke, right? Because she had asked for a coke. Well, of course, they're all there. There is no chaperones. there's alcohol everywhere. So she spit it out and she runs out on him, right? So he follows her and he's like, oh, what's wrong? I just, you know, I didn't know what was going on. And she tells him, she's like, I'm pregnant. So he asked her, he was like, you know, he asked her, well, we all want to know, who the baby daddy? So she teared up. She was like, only thing I ask you is that you never ask me that again. Okay, sis, we need to unpack that because I need to know, one, was there something, you know, y'all know I'd be ready to put something on somebody. One, was something going on at home? Is that where the pregnancy came from? Two, is it somebody here that has a girlfriend? Is that where the pregnancy came from? Or three, is it just, you know, it's some guy that she'll never see again because they're stuck wherever they are that she'll never see again, then, you know, that's fine, whatever. But she told him to respect her privacy as far as that goes and to never ask her about that again. So I was like, okay, that's out and about now. And like I said, I still think that he's going to take responsibility of the child as it's his. But we're going to come back to Sam in just a minute. Allie is at prom coming undone for two reasons. One, she sees Will with Kelly, you know, the guy that she likes. Well, he's her best friend and she likes him. And then she turns around and sees her sister taking prom photos with her. You know, these are photos that you would you know, photos that you would keep for forever and look back on and reminisce with. So she storms off to the bar. Who of course is there is Harry. Honey, I was like, "Who child? Don't go nowhere with Harry." He tried to talk her into, I think, leaving with him. She was like, "No, I just don't think that's a good idea." I was like, "Ooh, about time you make a wise decision, honey." So I think right now Allie's just feeling a little left out and replaced by Kelly, and I feel like that's gonna come back into play. I think Allie is gonna start giving pushback because she feels like she's being replaced by Kelly. Okay, so excitement. We're back to Sam. Okay, so Grizz stumbles over to Sam and he sits down and he starts talking to Sam and he says something funny in sign language. He was like, that's the only thing that I know how to say in sign language. So Sam is trying to, like, he can speak. You know, it might not be as clear, but he can speak. He was trying to talk to Grizz, and Grizz like, oh, you know, I can hear you, but, you know, I don't sign well. I'm like, look at you, Mr. Know-it-all, but don't know how to sign. How we missed that, but okay. So he asked Sam, he was like, teach me something. So Sam did a little gesture. I don't remember what it was. And I was like, Grizz and Sam. I was like, Sam, you're not gonna be alone because Grizz low-key wants you. I was so excited. I was like, ooh, they about to be together. Yes, I can't wait. Let me look. I'm getting all excited. I don't even know if Grizz is gay or not. I'm not usually wrong. He is. And he likes Sam. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Y'all not gonna make me change my mind. I know what I be. He is. Kind of redeeming qualities. Gordy tells, because Cassie goes in to kiss him, and he tells Cassie, he says, don't kiss me unless you actually want to. And I was like, okay, that's good, because I think Gordy just isn't, even though Gordy is still a serial killer on my list, Gordy doesn't want to be, I guess, kind of like strung along, like, don't just be kissing me out of sympathy and pity. So, sympathy and payola. Anyways, he just doesn't want to be like strung along by Cassie. So he's like, if you don't want to kiss me, like, don't kiss me unless you mean it. So she does kiss him, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Now, we are going to come back to Miss Cassandra, and y'all know I don't say her name, in just a few moments. Now, Helena and Luke left together, right? And of course, this is prom. And in America, I don't know if this is worldwide or if this is just America, an American thing. But, you know, America does. Well, no, they did this on Degrassi, too. That's in Canada. Y'all love Degrassi. Anyways, you know, prom is like the when girls get deflowered night, right? Like you gon' like guys are like, oh, I'm gonna get me some tonight. Like that's tonight, right? So we know Helena is big into her faith, right? So she's giving Luke all the mouth that she can give him, right? And Luke tried to tell her like which he was wrong for this. He was like, oh God, as long as we're in love, I think that's all that matters to God. I was like, don't do that. Don't even be trying to sway Helena like that with her faith, trying to get some booty. I was like, don't do that. And she said the same thing, but he was right about the fact that he said something basically to the fact that whether she's using her face or using her other lips, it's still sex altogether. I was like, right. So I was like, girl, like doing one or the other, which I mean, I get it, but doing one or the other, you're still having sex, baby. It just is what it is. Now, this is the ending, and I need answers, right? Okay. Gordy left Cassie at the place to clean up, right? She's supposed to be helping somebody else, but I didn't see anybody else. She goes outside to throw away the trash. Well, when she goes out there, she hears like a branch, like someone stepping on a branch, right? So she calls into the darkness, and there's a dog that shows up, and I was like, that's weird. I haven't seen any other animals since this started, like since they've been in this simulation, because that's what it is. I was like, I haven't seen any other animals. Where'd this dog come from? That's weird. So then the dog runs off, right? And then Cassie calls out into the darkness again because she hears another noise. Well, all we see is Cassie's face, right? But we hear footsteps, and Cassie looks frightened, like she doesn't understand. Well, then we hear the cock of a gun. And boom, there's a shot. Cassie gets shot, and she's like, oh my God, no, please. Well, boom, Cassie gets shot again, and she falls to the ground. And I was like, who just shot Cassie? One, okay, without Cassie at the top, who is going to take place? I guess our VP Kelly. And two, there are no doctors in town, so of course she can't be saved. She's gonna die. Three, who shot her? I know they're trying to set it up as probably that Harry did it because Harry was doing the most earlier, but I know that this is gonna be someone that we don't know. I feel like it's like they're gonna set it up to be like, oh, it was Harry because Harry was talking about, but y'all know how they like to play people in. It's not gonna be Harry. So I need to know what is going on. I don't know. I don't know. I had this weird inkling, like when I seen it, I was like, what if this is like one of the adults from like their town that shot her? And the reason they shot her is because she had kind of calmed everybody down and was getting everybody to start like living cohesively, cooperatively, all those words. Yeah. So tell me how you felt about this episode. I will see you in the next one. Yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Bye.